Go. Okay, we are on. I am Lissa Mahalik. This is my lovely assistant, Napoleon Bony Parts. And together we are Somatic Anatomy. Now, in my one-to-one sessions, I am usually focused on getting and keeping people out of pain. In my group classes, I'm usually teaching movement teachers about anatomy and how to get and keep their clients out of pain. In the daily dance break, we are going more or less 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard, depending on technology, every weekday. And we are actually focusing more on the spiritual, mental, and emotional pieces, which is really fun for me because usually I am working with the actual physical structures. So now we get to go into how the physical structures link the mind to the body. Because when you've got a mind and you've got a body, you can tend to think that it's different. There's a whole Cartesian thing about that. I'm not going into that. And I'm going to try not to talk too much. If you want to hear more about the stuff behind the things, the movements that we're doing today, you can sign up for the mailing list at bit.ly/thedailydancebreak, because that's when I really do a little bit more rambling about, okay, here's the move and here's the stuff. But today what we're going to do is, I may have mentioned earlier, I'm kind of missing the usual summer things because quarantine and coronavirus and all the things. So we've got a little bit of a water theme today, which is fabulous because the other thing that we're going to do today is we're talking about centering. As we talk about centering, you cannot help but talk about the spinal column. Why is that? Well, my buddy Boney right here will demonstrate that the spinal column is right, yes, in the middle of the body. It's not just the spinal column, though. If you find your spine back here with your fingers, you find what you're going to feel is you're actually feeling the posterior spinous processes. You know, this, which is Latin for the sticky outy bits in the back of your spine. No joke, seriously. And when you've got that going on, the posterior spinous processes are maybe about a thumb joint width deep. After that, you then have the space, the spinal canal, and the space for the spinal cord, which is maybe another thumb joint width. So essentially you've got the width of your whole thumb between what you can feel and what actually supports you. Now we spend a lot of time thinking, oh, this is my spine. We spend a lot of time thinking that back here is where we should support ourselves. Oh no, my friends. So I'm going to invite you to find your spine back here, and I'm going to invite you to think a thumb's width deep inside your body, especially right here in the lower back. It's a whole thing. And feel into your back about how each individual vertebra has about a thumb's width. Seriously, these things are big. A thumb's width of distance between what you can feel and what actually supports your body. Because about a thumb's width deep into your body, that is the actual vertebral body that is weight bearing. And for all of you guys with the keen eyes, you may have noticed the change in the shape of my back as I changed the way that I thought about my spine. Yes. So I am doing a whole free class on back pain this Friday. The link description, I cannot talk today, man. I thought yesterday was a bad word day, but apparently today is too. If you go to the description of this very video you are watching, you will find the link to the pain-free back plan class, and you can go sign up for that and learn more. I tell you, this stuff works. I woke up this morning with back spasms, and watch me dance now. So what we're going to do, we're going to, as we do always, we're going to join the gut, the heart, and the mind, because one, when your gut, your heart, and your mind are in sync, you are more of yourself. You are able to access more of the information that is coming in from your body, and more of that information that is the download from the universe, however you want to take a look at it. So the other thing is that the gut, the heart, and the mind are actually, shockingly enough, along your midline, along your center. Whenever you are feeling flaky, whenever you're having a crappy day, whenever you're forgetting who the hell you are, however that may manifest, you find your center. You find that strength in your spine. You find that support that you always have for yourself. It's not a metaphor. The mind is the body is the mind. When your body is feeling supported, your mind, your heart, and your gut also feel supportive. Supported. Words are hard. I'm going to stop talking and start moving. If you want more words, bit.ly/thedailydancebreak. There will be words and they will be edited. Yes, they will. One hand on your gut. One hand on your heart. One hand, imaginary hand, on the back of your skull. Feel the curve of your skull. We're going to do a 3-part breath, inhaling in all 3 places. First third of the inhale into the gut, then into the heart, then into the head. Exhale from the gut, from the heart, from the head. One more time as you breathe, feel the breath going through you, feel the breath slowing you down. Inhale gut, inhale heart, inhale mind, exhale gut, heart, mind. I'm going to channel Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen right now, founder of Body Mind Centering. Can you feel the change in the room right now? Feel the change in your body? And if you don't, that's okay, because your experience in your body is the baseline of all somatics. That's the most important thing. Whatever you're feeling, that's the most important thing. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because they're wrong. Now we're going deeper, because we always do. And even if you've done this a gazillion times like I have, every time you get a little bit deeper, you get a little bit more into yourself, and you get a little bit more of what you need. It's kind of awesome. So from the gut, take your awareness into your hand here. Let your awareness sink back behind your stomach muscle, behind your gut, and into that space between your gut and the front of your spine and your vertebral bodies. Now that you've got a better sense of your vertebral bodies, feel the support from your vertebral bodies back here, and breathe into that space between the gut and your vertebral bodies, because we are nerds here. Inhale. And exhale. And as you take a couple more breaths, what, if anything, changes as you inhale and exhale? Notice your experience in your body. And again. Maybe things have changed. Maybe they haven't. Maybe you've just started paying attention to yourself in a different way. That counts. To the heart. Take your awareness into your hand. Feel your hand on your sternum. Let your awareness sink past your sternum, past the beating organ of your heart, into that space between your heart and your spine, and feel that vertebral column today. Feel that vertebral column supporting you, not just down here in the lower body, but up here in the upper body. Feel the space behind the heart and that supportive spinal column, and breathe into the space between the heart and that supportive spinal column, and see what, if anything, changes. 2 more times on your own time. Expand that space. And as you exhale, don't contract, just leave it expansive. Open your heart. And as you exhale, leave it open, because you can. An exhale can be a release, not a contract. Now you can bring your imaginary hand or your real hand to the back of your skull. You can inhale, and as you inhale, feel the air coming up into your sinuses, past your pituitary, your hypothalamus, past your temporal lobe, and into the space between your brain and the inside curve of your skull. Yes. And as you do that, inhale and feel your mind expand. I see you. And exhale, leave it spacious. 2 more breaths on your own time. Inhale. Exhale, leave it spacious. And if you've still got space for a 3rd breath, Peg, I love you. Inhale. And exhale. So you've got space in the gut, space in the heart, space in the mind. As you create these spaces within you, as you become more aware of these spaces, you increase your capacity for information. You increase your capacity for sensing things. You increase your capacity for understanding. It's not a metaphor, my friends. What you feel in your body, you think in your mind, right? What you feel in your heart, what you feel in your gut, you think in your head. You can talk yourself out of anything here, but what you feel in your body, what your body knows to be true, that's a lot harder to talk yourself out of. So now we've got these three spaces in our bodies. We're also more aware of the front of that spinal column. As we dance today, because we are going to dance, think about that spinal column. In fact, I want to take one more moment and really feel the support of that spinal column. So feel your toes rooting down into the ground, whether you're seated or standing. And if you're not able to do either, just imagine your toes rooting down into the ground. Those roots can curve and go down. Dude, plants. Watch my feeds in Instagram and Facebook. You should see my melon plants, but that's a digression. Your toes can root down into the ground. Feel your leg bones carrying that energy up, whether it's physically supporting you or just acting as a conduit for energy. That's awesome because it works either way. Feel that energy coming up into your spines, into your hip joints, and here, feel the inside curve of your sacrum. Be aware of the front of that sacrum and feel how it comes up and it supports the spine, connects to the spine, and feel if you're upright, whether you're seated or standing, feel the weight of your body supporting down on all that front of the spine, on those vertebral bodies, on the actual weight-bearing structures of your spine, 3 inches deeper than you think they really are. If you are not standing, then just feel that connection, because as long as you've got a spine, that connection exists. So feel that connection coming all the way up into the base of your skull. You find the space behind your ears, this little dent. That's more or less where your skull hits your spine. And that's where your spine supports your skull, balances your brain, and balances your mind. It's not a metaphor, my friends. Feel your mind balanced. Get ready to move your spine. Ready? Feel that spine. How does your spine want to move? Move from the bottom. Move from the bottom. Move from the bottom. Move your feet and your hips. Feel that movement going right up the support of the spine. That supportive spinal column. Move it. Moving up. Moving up. Feel the waves in your spine. Waves in your spine. Come on up. If you lose that support, bring it back. Feel the support. Feel the support. You can follow support with your arms or not. Feel that support. Feel the motion of the spine coming up from the bottom. Move your hips, feel your spine respond. Yeah, I woke with back spasms this morning. I know what I'm talking about. Move your hips, feel your spine support. How does that change your usual patterns? Does it? I don't know. Feel that space between your gut and the front of your spine. Really think 3 inches deep into your lower back. Feel the support from here. Dance from here. Does that make you more mobile? Less mobile? Your dance is your dance. It's your body, your spine, your waves going up and down. Your waves. Feel that support in the lumbar spine. want to move on your room, do that. Move. That space in the heart. Feel the support of your spine behind your heart. Support the spine behind your heart. Move from there. Feel those vertebrae stacking up behind your leg, behind your mermaid shells. Feel that support stacking up through here. It's still here, and now it's here too. Supportive spine. And now feel, remember this is where your spine starts. Feel the front of your neck spine supporting your head. How does that change how you move, if anything? You need to stop and feel that spine supporting your head. Do that. You don't need to stop. Don't stop. And when you're ready, you move the hips to move the spine. Now we're going to move from the top of the spine. Let the universe inspire you. And from your head, let your spine move. Feel the waves and ripples coming down from your head, down the spine, down the spine, down the spine. Front and back, front and back. Feel the spine waving down through all that support. Feel how you are mobile and yet stable. You have support and strength, and you have the option of motion. Yeah. And now move however you want to move. Let that movement do its thing. Let your spine be free. Do your thing. Feel the support of the spine and its mobility the whole time. Whether you're moving from your feet, from your hips, from your head, from your heart, from your gut, from your mind, from the whole thing. We break it down, we put it back together. Back together. Break it down, bring it back together. Dance from your spine to the center of your body. Feel the support from the ground, from the universe. Feel that support, enjoy it. Move however your spine wants to move right now. Bringing it in. Listen to your spine as we wind down. Feel that support from the ground up. Feel that support from the universe down. No, we stop now. There we go. All right. Find an end to your movement. Bring your palms together. Right in your center, in your midline, in the center of you. Press your hands together strongly. Feel the strength in your body. Feel the bones of your palms, of your forearms, your upper arms. Feel your shoulder blades against your ribs. Feel the spine in the middle of your ribs. Feel your shoulder blades falling down and together. No effort, no work. Just let them release towards your spine and towards the base of your rib cage. And feel what, if anything, changes when you do that. This is our midline. This is where we live. Here and now, we are alive. And it is 2020 and it's a hell of a year. And we have spines. We have support within us. So when you feel, bring your hands down. Feel your toes rooting down into the ground. However they're rooting, let them root. And as you inhale, feel those toe roots drawing up energy from the earth, up all those connections we've made, inhaling up the legs, up the hips, up to the spine. Feel the front of the spine 3 inches deep from what you can feel back here. Feel that front of the spine and feel the energy slowly, slowly coming up. And you can be breathing however you like right now, just feeling the energy coming up. And as you inhale, one more time, feeling it inhaling up. And exhale it up the front of your spine, right through here, up the inside of your skull and out into the universe as you exhale. Breathing, whatever. Inhale from here. Fresh, good energy inside your skull, down the front of your neck spine, down behind your throat, behind your heart, in the spinal column, behind your stomach, behind your gut, into that weight-bearing curve of the sacrum, out into your hip joints, down the legs, and into the roots that are your toes. This is your center. This is where you can go all the time. When you need support, you come back here and you remind yourself that you have support inside your body at all times, no matter what's going on with your body. I have a stage 4 herniation in my lower body, like, L5-S1 disc. It's huge, it's massive, it's a mess. Like I said, I woke up with a back spasm this morning. I sorted it out, but still, when you find that support in you, when you find the way the bones align, you can feel that support in your body, and then your gut, your heart, and your mind can all understand that you are supported. And the more often you do this, the more often you remind yourself that you are supported, that you have support within you at all times, the more often your brain and your heart can your gut and your heart can talk to your brain and tell it, hey, yo, conscious thoughts. The unconscious outnumbers you 2 to 1. That's a whole thing too. And the unconscious has a lot to say. So, yo, believe us when we say we are supported. All right, go forth, stay supported. And if you want to check out the back pain webinar, yes, it is going to be back. There's going to be a webinar because we don't do things live right now. So the pain-free back plan, check out the description of this video. It's all in there. If you want more on these motions, on this dance, on the music and all these awesome things, bit.ly/the daily dance break. Otherwise, I will see you here, same bat time, same bat channel, 11:45-ish Eastern Standard. Or in replay, whenever works for you, because we do the daily dance break every weekday without fail so far, except when we took that week off. But hey, all right, enough talking, more emailing, and more dancing. Enjoy your anatomy, my friends. I will see you online tomorrow.